All right, so if we take a look at these ones, if we had the sine of x over x and we approach 0, we know that this approaches 1, and we've proved that before. Well, what if we approach infinity? Well, if we think about it, sine of x goes between -1 and 1 the entire time. So what if we were to look at the limit as x approaches infinity of 1 over x, and the limit as x approaches infinity of -1 over x? And if we did that, what we would find is that this approaches 0, and that this approaches 0. Well, since if I just take all of these and divide it by x, well, what I've got here is the squeeze theorem. What the squeeze theorem is telling me is since this one's 0 and that one's 0, well, then the sine of x has to be in between that. Well, to be in between 0, you've got to be equal to 0. So the sine of x over x as the limit approaches infinity is going to be equal to 0. All right, and then you also might be given something like this. And so they're going to say the limit as x approaches negative infinity. Well, just to clarify that 1 over x, if I did the limit as x approaches negative infinity, this is going to be equal to 0. And the same thing with the negative 1 over x. So that means that the limit as x approaches negative infinity of sine of x over x has to also be equal to 0, because that's the squeeze theorem, and we did a similar thing to that on the slide before. So for this, what I like to do is I like to split this up into 2 separate pieces. We're allowed to do that. So I'm going to write this as the limit as x approaches negative infinity of 5 sine of x over 4x minus 30x over 4x. And so I've got both of those pieces going on here. So from here, well, I know that the sine of x over x, if I go ahead and I plug in infinity to that, it's going to approach 0. Well, 0 times anything is just 0. So I end up with 0 minus, well, these x's cancel, so it would be negative 30 over 4, which is negative 15 over 2, would be what my limit approaches. So make sure you split it up if you can to find things that you already know.